Okay, I'm gonna toss my.
Okay,
did you notice I'm wearing Crocs now?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, you
I kind of feel
completely emasculated yourself.
I have. I know
you.
you're one of the few people that who's I knew would think that. When I went to the Crocs store, I actually said, the whole reason why I grabbed those was because one of my Homer's kids bought me a pair of Crocs as a joke, and they were so flippin' comfortable. I hate the way they look, but they're so
those are a better
comfortable.
look, though.
Yeah, because
like
they don't
those.
look like Crocs. I went to the Crocs store and I said, "Do you have any Crocs that don't look like Crocs?" Because that's what I want. And the gal said, "You'd be surprised how many people ask me that." So when she pointed those out, I said, "That fits the bill, man. I've got some earth tone pants, and I'll just wear those."
No, that's a good look for Crocs.
Thank you.
Well, usually they look like they belong.
They got those holes in the.
Yeah, they look like they belong on a Ken doll or something. Like like they're orange or pink.
I know.
Or turquoise, and it's like
just something bright and out of place. And I might have been about that in the '80s, but I don't. Now I just kind of want to.
I just want to play
with a big in and out hat on.
Yeah, I know.
Basically,
my melon size head.
Basically. Hey everybody, welcome to Channel84TV. Very, like you guys immediately straightened out.
Yeah, we straightened out.
You're just like, is it filming?
I'm drooling over here.
Excuse me. Welcome to a very special episode of Channel84TV. We have three very special guests. Well, two very special guests, and
and you suck.
And my brother.
What am I, chopped liver?
Wait, I'm not a special guest?
No, yeah, you're just my brother. You're
just his brother.
What am I, Bernie Sanders?
Feel the burn, love the burn.
Anyway, so you guys want to introduce yourselves? You can.
I'm Michael's dad.
Thanks.
And he's in my basement.
Thanks.
And he has been for the whole time.
This is my studio.
But he's going to go to college soon, so I get my basement back.
Thanks.
Kind of.
You mean kind of?
I'm Nick. I'm his brother.
I'm Dave. I'm his pseudo uncle.
Yeah, basically.
Godfather.
Yeah.
You're the Godfather.
Let's get
if we weren't rednecks, you would be the Godfather, but we don't do that, so we just call you honorary uncle.
Basically.
And when you get drunk, it sounds a lot worse.
Because if you was a real uncle to a redneck, you'd look like Larry the Cable Guy, only maybe with sleeves, maybe.
But for those of you that follow us regularly, which is maybe two of you, you know
good demographic,
that these two are the original founders and creators of Channel84TV. So the whole reason we're here today.
And I created these two boys.
Yeah, that too.
Hated them.
So,
but with Davey's advice, though.
Yeah, I just watched.
yeah.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Max Headroom.
Oh wow. So anyway, yes. Anyway, so
Max Headroom. Just so you know, Max Headroom is our safety word, so it's a panic word.
It's already gone downhill, and it's been approximately 3.5 minutes.
So when you hear Tom yell Max Headroom and then it cuts to something else, that's why.
Yeah, I'll have it's a bad situation. So anyway, so like I said, we have sitting on our couch the creators of Channel84TV. So would you guys kind of talk about that, what the original concept was and things like that?
I think it was the original concept just to have a cartoon, just something fun. We like to have a lot of fun. We have kind of a warped sense of humor, and so we had a good time putting it together. A lot of trips to Overland Park. We'd hang out with you at the park or whatever, and we'd draw. Or you draw, like I have any drawing. I can draw a stick man, that's about it.
I was drawing cartoons, and Tom wanted to write, tell some funny stories with those cartoons. And so he said, "Hey, Davey, how about if I give you some stories and you draw the cartoons and we can make it about." I don't know how we came up with the idea. I think we were thinking of WKRP in Cincinnati.
I think so, yeah.
And thinking of creating a fictitious TV station that way. Also, SCTV.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I always got an SCTV vibe when reading those old comics.
Yeah, which that's Canadians' answer to Saturday Night Live, even though they weren't live. But it was definitely legendary comedy.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
So that was kind of the thinking, and Tom and I have known each other since we were in the 8th grade. And
how'd you guys meet?
I just met in junior high. I don't know.
Was it anything like special? Did you just start meeting?
The first time I remember your dad, it was in Mrs. Whitehead's English class, and there was some little sketch that everyone had to do. And you were with Randy Keener, I think.
Oh, Lupus.
Yeah, Lupus.
Lupus.
and I can't remember Lupus's part, but your dad was playing like this fast-talking, almost like a sports announcer. And I don't even remember what the thing was. I just remember he was talking into this microphone so fast, and he was trying to do this play-by-play stuff that I just was... I'm sitting there thinking... Man, this guy is really getting into this thing. I mean, and he was sweating, too. He's had, like, sweat running down his forehead. And I just remember thinking, that is the coolest thing I've seen any Midwestern kid ever do, because I'm not from here originally. I'm from California. That's why I asked Nick to bring back these In-N-Out hats. Well, actually, Tom got them. But yeah, I grew up in California, and my family moved out to the Midwest, and so I didn't have a lot of friends. And so when I saw the first weird guy that I saw was that guy right over there.
Yeah, definitely.
And I thought, if he doesn't kick my ass, maybe we can be friends. Because I was pretty skinny, and he was about that size right there. And so I can't remember who talked to who first. There's also a meeting that I drew up on the picture.
That's favorite thing.
We'll show you that because that's good.
I'll try and like get like something.
Are you trying to be relevant here, or what? You're talking.
He's got to say something. He's getting fingers pointed this way and going that way. So but yeah, it's something where I'm saying hey, and Tom saying hey, this is in the cartoon, and in the thought bubble, I'm thinking nerd, and he's thinking fag.
Yeah,
and it's just. You know, I mean, I know that's not
that was politically correct in the
it was
1978.
Yeah. 70s, 80s.
Now we'd have Attorney General Lynch, sending the FBI after us. So it would be good.
We don't want to political stuff. Bye. Yeah, no, bye.
Man, I'm hoping Bill Clinton will come down. Maybe we can catch him on the tarmac and we can talk about golf and our grandkids. That would be like sweet.
Oh goodness.
Hey. Grandkid, I'm more than you got.
I'm 20.
That's no excuse.
There's no excuse. That reminds me of like with Stephen Wright. He had like a bit where he was like, "Yeah, I had this crazy uncle, and he'd go, Stephen, how old are you?" I'd be like, "I'm 5." And he was like, "When I was your age, I was 6." Yeah. and then he would cackle madly and throw a spoon against the window. That's an excellent bit.
Stephen Wright was great.
But anyway, so
Still is, yeah.
Right?
He hasn't left this earth
like
yet.
the king of like deadpan sarcastic humor. So anyway, with Channel 84, like that kind of just. I mean I love the like I have them all like upstairs because they're all in that big yellow binder. And, they're just so wonderful and.
Because we gave up on our dream in life and everything else. And
how long did that like go on for? Like, were you?
I don't know. We jacked around with it for what?
A few years.
3 or 4 years, something like that. We had a good time. It was fun. Just life happens, man. You just can't. It's just hard to maintain it,
Right.
But we were having a good time with it, though. And that was the main reason to do it, just to jack around. I mean, obviously, we would love to have gotten famous by it.
Of course.
But actually, I wouldn't have. I would have been a hermit somewhere. But anyhow,
that would have worked.
I would have sold out to Bill Gates and then just
whatever.
I'm going to Taos, New Mexico. That's my dream.
Oh man.
That way I can live close to Andy Kaufman because Andy Kaufman's still alive.
Yes.
Can I get into some of my conspiracy theories? By the way,
that's okay with me. Just as long as they're not like.
Oh, Gallup's too much. It's on I-40. That's too much on the beaten path. I want to go up to Taos, and also from Joplin, Missouri. what was the guy's name?
Dennis Weaver.
Dennis Weaver, who played McCloud.
McCloud.
It was NBC's
not late night, something
like Sunday Night Mystery or something like that.
Because they had McMillan and wife,
right? Yeah.
Barnaby Jones.
You had Columbo.
Oh, definitely. Who could
Columbo? But Dennis Weaver from Joplin, Missouri, where we kind of, because Seneca was pretty boring, so we hung out in Joplin. Yeah. He played McCloud, who was a Taos, New Mexico deputy or something like that, on loan to the New York Police Department.
Is that why you want to go to Taos?
Well, that and Andy Kaufman. Because Andy Kaufman's still alive. I don't care what it says.
Basically.
We know Andy Kaufman's alive.
Andy Kaufman's dressed up like Tony Clifton up in Taos, singing My Way. Or I Will Survive, because that's what he does in the movie.
Yeah. That's...
So what was the Mighty Mouse song Andy Kaufman used to do?
He was just... Here he comes to save the day! It was just
that was great.
Andy Kaufman's a genius.
Water.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. So...
You remember his TV special?
Well, he just had the one.
Because ABC, that's the reason we know he didn't kill himself, or he didn't die, because he on the show, remember the one thing where back in the old days where the TVs, you have a vertical hold and a horizontal hold, and you sat there and you jack around with them because they, it really helped in your reception.
This truly is Night of the Living Geezers.
Yeah. So, but he did that. They did that on TV. They had, and so he thought it was such a crack up because people would go over and hit the set. It's like, what's wrong with this TV? So anyhow, that's vertical. You guys live in a modern era. That sucks.
Yeah, they'll never have to adjust the vertical hold.
No, they never have to adjust the vertical hold.
I'm sorry.
That's funny.
I have problems with my horizontal hold sometimes. Back set room.
Anyway, you said it after the fact.
Yeah, no, you have to do it before it.
I get confused on that stuff. I'm sorry.
That's awkward.
Well,
my 4:30 apartment's late. That's a Bob's Burger reference.
Oh, that's a good one.
Watch it.
Yeah, I know what Bob's Burger is, but I know very little about it.
Yeah, no, the episode I showed him, it opens with Tina's lying on the floor and she's sad about something, and Louise is just oh, you should kill yourself. And I'm oh, wow, that's an excellent way to start a show. Anyway, so do you want to
talk about games?
Yeah, you want to play with these? Because I'm super in. You should. Please talk about these.
All right, these are the Pocket Operator,
built by Chinese dissidents.
No.
In Los Angeles, California.
These Swedish guys.
Yeah, I like that thing better.
Okay.
Made these Pocket Operator synthesizers. Well, this one here is actually technically a micro noise synthesizer, and this one is a micro synthesizer / composer. This one makes arcade sounds. I can do this because my hands are crossed. It doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
And this one makes office equipment sounds from the 1980s, like dot matrix printer, floppy disk drives, and things that don't exist anymore. And I just thought it would be really neat, since eventually we're going to get around to playing old arcade games.
Yes.
To where I was going to bring my own arcade sounds, and so that's why we have these hooked up to the JBL speaker. And they actually have an auto off switch, so even if I forget to turn them off, they go off all on their own.
That's pretty handy.
And they only run on two AAA batteries on each one here.
The auto off feature back in the 80s was your batteries ran out of power.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh crap, I gave it a battery.
So here's the arcade sounds, individual sounds. Okay, wait, that's not right.
The 80s was very quiet.
You know what? I think I just need to be... Hang on, I'm just going to plug that one in.
Can that thing play Flock of Seagulls? I always liked that hairdo. Davey had a hairdo like that in the 80s.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're all hooked in.
I don't know what's wrong. Oh, this is sad. Oh, I don't know why.
That's typical 80s technology.
There we go. Hang on here. It gets better. You programmed in this thing.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I just pressed button.
Wait, what happened?
Tom.
Turn it down. What happened?
dad programmed a little song in here and didn't even realize what he'd done. This is amazing. All right, but individually these sounds. Ooh, yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah, I like that one, but I can make it brighter. Like,
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good.
yeah, get your gun out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, you can do things like that. And then the Office one. Take that out, push this in. You didn't program a song in here, did you?
I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. Dad didn't know.
I don't know.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Dude.
We're gonna pick a pattern here.
We weren't around a lot of offices in the 80s.
That's kind of slow, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's, except for the techno. I can do techno, hip hop.
You have so many options.
And then when we want to do some crazy stuff, we go.
Are you breaking it down?
Sounds like a midget tap dancing.
That's a solo feature.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think I can do something else here. But anyway, these are just some fun things that, I brought down that I thought we could mess around with.
Yeah, and
Probably more off camera than on.
Yeah, that's just one.
Can you imagine if this makes it past the edit? The 3 people that are part of his demographics watching this, like, what the heck? Am I on drugs and watching this, or is this really happening?
I don't know. Maybe it'll bump our viewership. Who knows?
Yeah, he might get 5.
It's hard to tell at this point.
This is and these I've actually only played. I played this one in public actually at my church.
That's interesting.
Well, it was the end. It was the end of the VBS week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Tom, you'll love this. I figured out the chords to "We're the Kids in America."
Oh.
So I played that. Yeah, while the kids are all out there. And then when we sang the last song, they said, "Go in peace, share the good news." Everyone said, "Thanks be to God." And I started playing this arcade sounding thing, and these 3 teenage boys. Boy, they just right away they looked up and they wanted, and I knew that was going to happen. I said, "This is for the kids, man." That's why I did
Oh
it.
wow, that's so cool.
So this is only the second time this has actually been put out for public consumption. And The
awesome.
Office, I haven't shown that to anybody but close friends and family, excluding Jenny, because that's my wife.
Sounds like you're ashamed of it.
Because she can't. Well, I'm just trying to explain. I kind of am, I think. I've got this addiction to these little. I've got about 8 or 9 or 20 of these kind of things at my house.
You got a lot of
already.
stuff, yeah.
A lot of stuff I don't need that my wife says I don't want to hear that, so I have to turn it off when she's home.
Oh, dude, you need a man shed. Have you heard that's getting kind of the big thing now? People have a man shed out back.
I can't afford a man shed.
Well, you can get a man tent then. I don't know.
If Nick's girlfriend wasn't off camera, I'd talk about my man tent.
Matt's headroom! Matt's headroom! Matt's headroom!
I didn't see that one coming. Maybe I didn't notice it.
I didn't want to see that coming.
My face hurts.
So
We can do it. You went for like, I bet $1,000. Not a man tent. We're getting that.
I was
build
like,
my own man tent.
it won't take $1,000 to build a man.
Are we gonna get off the man tent or not? I'm talking. Hey, I'm serious construction here. We're 50 years old. This is what we talk about.
Tent,
oh my gosh. But
I was cool, but now I'm getting kind of hot down here. I
You
gotta take my
your
sweater
mouth
off.
oh man.
You picked up some Spanish in
Job
California.
almost. I had to learn it.
No, you didn't eat.
Wow.
It's true. See.
Huevos.
Huevos.
No jugamos huevos.
A double meaning word. Huevos.
How do you say pub tent in Spanish?
I don't know.
Okay, just
Huevos.
how do you say tent in Spanish? So you didn't. I guess you didn't.
I guess
need
you
a
didn't
tent.
learn anything, did you? Huh?
I guess you didn't need a tent.
Tienda. It's tienda. Tienda.
Because Yeah.
It's really cool because like I completely trust your ability, so you could make up words and I wouldn't know.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. He's
Flight of
probably
the Concords did that last night singing French.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess
That's
for those
awesome.
of you that are wondering, I'm 100% fluent in Spanish.
Okay, Nick.
Not like we really care.
Okay.
But thank you for sharing. I appreciate that.
Well,
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, whatever.
I like.
You remember that? You still have that? You have that 45 that I gave you that time, or I didn't give you. You gave it to me, or you didn't give it to me. We taped. But remember Conway Twitty saying "Hello, darling" in Russian.
Oh yeah.
Hello, darling. And I remember you told me. He said, "Can you just imagine all these drunk Russians sitting around like in a snow-encased house or something?" It's like,
Oh my gosh.
Conway Twitty was a genius.
Yeah. Anyway,
I bet no one. I bet the 5 people that listen to this don't know who Conway Twitty is. Either that's upsetting.
you're probably
Go
right.
Google it.
Yeah, they'll do. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
They'll
it's the
Google
internet.
it. Conway's him and Johnny Cash, best country western singer ever.
TWITTY. Twitty.
Okay, yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
spelling.
like
for
the
them.
birds.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
that's
we have Tweety.
Tweety.
Well, you know when you got a speech impediment.
Well, I mean, yeah.
that's a big accent.
Oh wow.
Never mind.
Anyway, so thanks for watching. We're gonna wrap this episode up. We appreciate
What the
you
hell's the game?
watching.
Well, that's what we do.
We're doing
off
that
camera.
after.
Oh, that's the reason I'm here.
That's awkward.
But yeah,
I'm sorry. Please.
make sure
Sorry.
make sure
Sorry.
make sure to stick around for our game playing that will be coming to our channel pretty soon. So thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.